doing everything to bring home 17 Filipino seafarers hostage by Yemen's Houthi rebels. Marcos Jr. explained the Foreign Affairs Department is getting updates from counterparts in Iran, Oman, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. The Migrant Workers Department is also in constant communication with the hostages' families. On November 19, the Houthis seized the cargo vessel Galaxy Leader in the Red Sea over its supposed ties with Israel. The Yemeni rebel group is believed to be an ally of Iran and Palestine. There are 25 people aboard the hijacked ship. According to the New York Times, the vessel was anchored just outside a busy Yemeni port. Based on satellite images, the Galaxy Leader ship was seen off the Red Sea's Al Hudaydah. The House of Representatives has started tackling the resolutions pushing the government to cooperate with the drug war probe. One of the authors of the measures, House Committee on Human Rights Chairman Benny Abante believes it's time to let the International Criminal Court in. He told The Big Story the ICC investigation into the past administration's anti-drug campaign could put to rest allegations that abuses were committed. Abante also denied that his resolution is an attack on former President Rodrigo Duterte, who has earlier called the lower chamber a most rotten institution. Before this, the Makabayan Bloc has also filed a measure to allow the ICC probe.
Sa darating na araw, dadami ang espekulasyon o haka-haka tungkol sa mga resolusyon na ito. We should not be distracted by this and stay focused on doing our jobs as lawmakers. Ulitin ko po, this resolution is about principles, not personalities. Hindi po tayo dito para idiin ang partikular na tao o grupo. Ang idiin po natin dito ang rule of law.
Vice President Sara Duterte is urging the lower house to respect the president's position on the ICC probe. Duterte cited Marcos Jr.'s earlier statement that the country will no longer cooperate with the investigation into her father's drug war. She also said that allowing ICC to do so will only belittle and degrade the legal institutions of the Philippines. The Vice President's statement comes as the lower chamber begins studying resolutions in favor of ICC cooperation. For his part, House Speaker Martin Romualdez says they are looking at the ICC resolutions, quote, one at a time. That was his answer when asked if the said measures are a priority of the House. Romualdez added that lawmakers need to look at it, quote, within the context of current events. But he did not say what these events are. The Speaker also said congressmen are entitled to their own views. Meanwhile, Romualdez denied former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque's allegations that he is behind anti-Duterte moves. We're bringing you more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. Thanks for staying with us here on One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. Here are the updates on a string of calamities that struck the country in only 2 weeks. Eastern Samar is now under a state of calamity. This is due to the incessant rainfall and massive flooding in the province brought by the shear line. The declaration enables Eastern Samar to access its quick response funds and other necessary resources to address the crisis. Before this, Northern Samar was also placed under a state of calamity due to destructive effects of non-stop rains. For his part, President Bongbong Marcos orders government agencies to fast-track the distribution of aid to residents of Samar. These include food packs, water, and other provisions. He also ordered the Public Works Department to fix roads as soon as possible to make way for the delivery of essential goods. The President also visited General Santos City, which was hit hard by a magnitude 6.8 quake last week. While relief goods and other forms of assistance are ready, the chief executive said rebuilding cannot start just yet. That's because the city and other affected areas are still experiencing powerful aftershocks. Shifting now to sports, the TNT Tropang Giga and NLEX Road Warriors knock off their respective foes in the PBA Commissioner's Cup. Here's the story. Most recent PBA champion TNT Tropang Giga showed their worth on Wednesday when they took on the Terra Firma Jeep. TNT and the Jeep were fighting tooth and nail in the first half, but it quickly became a different story in the third quarter as the Tropang Giga's offense suddenly clicked. They unleashed 41 points in the third frame alone against Terra Firma's 16 to establish a 28-point lead. With the game blown wide open, TNT cruised to a 133-93 win over the Jeep. Import Ronde Hollis Jefferson was at the forefront of the attack with 37 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. He got significant help from locals Calvin Oftana, Jason Castro, and rookie Henry Galinato, who each had 15 markers. The win shoots the squad up in the standings with a 2-1 record. The Jeep, meanwhile, carried a 2-2 slate.
To happen to them again, diba? So, importante to start strong.
In the other game, the NLEX Road Warriors were able to weather a late storm by the Northport Batampier. NLEX saw its 17-point lead dwindle to just 4 in the payoff period but remained composed the rest of the game to seal the dub. Final 112-104. Thomas Robinson had 30 points and 18 rebounds while Don Troliano added 29 of his own to carry the Road Warriors. After that game, both teams now have identical 2-2 win-loss records. PBA action resumes on Friday, November 24 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. The Phoenix Fuel Masters will take on the Blackwater Bossing at 4 p.m. Then at 8 p.m., the winless Rain or Shine Lasso Painters will try to notch their first win in 4 games. But it will be a tall order against a loaded Barangay Ginebra Gin King squad. Philippine mobile brand TNT set a new world record for the longest travel video live stream.
I can now confirm that with 26 hours, 15 minutes, and 29 seconds, TNT has a new Guinness World Record title! Congratulations!
33 content creators participated in the Petmalup Challenge for a live stream that lasted over 26 hours from November 18 to 19. The creators used a single smartphone with data they passed around and one TikTok account. They featured several tourist destinations from Bustos, Bulacan to Rizal Park in Manila. Guinness World Records official adjudicator Fumika Fujibuchi declared the record in a ceremony on Wednesday. One News Now will be back tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News, all sides, all the time.